Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This is Rose Fres Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And this is Anton Fausto, the son. So we'd like to greet everyone again. Another great week. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
It's August. It's already August. It's late August now. So
yeah,
we're really approaching the end of the year now.
We're approaching the bear months. And
yes.
that means that it's almost Christmas.
And there's some there's some places na may Christmas lights na.
Naka-stress!
Ako na-excited ako dun. I enjoy it because it means mag-up na birthday.
Yeah, you're a Christmas baby.
Yeah. Okay, so today our topic will be our traveling tips. Okay, so everybody, I would like to say and believe that everybody likes to travel in their own ways. There are some that would like to go traveling in a very adventurous, extreme way. There are some na they feel like going to the mall is already traveling for them. But there's everybody has their own versions of traveling, their own travel experiences. And today we'll be talking about and sharing our travel tips. Of course, the financial aspect of it. How do you make the most out of each peso you spend?
Yeah, and let's also
traveling.
talk about the benefits of traveling.
Yeah, it's not just for hindi lang siya pang relax or pang stressed ako sa trabaho, travel na lang ako. Yan. And there's this quote kasi, a famous quote, I would say na traveling is the thing that you can spend money on that will make you richer. Yung quote kasi, it said it's the only thing that will make you richer. Pero syempre, you know naman, there are investments, there are
things that would make you
stocks, that will make you richer that you spend.
Maybe it really means that it's an expense because traveling really is an expense, but it's an expense that makes you earn something in return, no? Parang hindi lang siya nawala lang. Okay, and maybe those are the benefits of traveling. Kung ano yung mga nagiging advantages.
Okay. So what would be some of the benefits? Let's start with that.
Okay, sige. I think traveling really broadens your horizon, 'di ba? So para bang if you are very local, bawa nandito ka lang, and then when you get out of the country, nakakakita, widen yung perspective mo, di ba? Para bang, ganito pala sila. Kasi sanay tayo kung ano na nakikita natin everyday.
Yeah, and these are things that you can read about or you can watch on movies and shows and everything. But then, nothing will ever defeat yung first-hand experience mo talaga of being able to be in a different culture. Kasi when you really get a new perspective if you are able to experience other people with the way they think and their different backgrounds.
Yeah. And you know what that does? It now enhances your creativity. You come up with even original ideas na maybe even if it's not totally original idea, but you are now able to connect things in another way. So, nagkakaroon ka ng original connections. Ganito pala yun. Alam mo yung ano ba tawag mo doon? Yung tea, yung sumobrang uso ng tea noon.
Milk tea.
Hindi, diba? Even before the milk tea.
Baka panahon mo pa yun.
yung sa Gokongwei Company. So parang, nung nag-travel siya, nakita niya, oh my gosh, the tea is
it's so big here.
C2.
Okay.
C2.
Then he brought it here to
and then we became a big tea user in the Tagalog.
Yeah, okay.
So, yung mga ganon, no? So, it broadens your horizon.
And this is
makes
something,
you creative.
That's something I really was able to experience when I went on JTA.
Alright.
So the
JTA is
junior term abroad. It's an student exchange program back in third year college when I was studying at Ateneo. Now we were able to study in a different country, and I was fortunate and blessed enough to be able to get in and have the chance to study in Nantes. So not many people know that region, that city, Nantes. It's spelled as Nantes.
Nantes.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour train away from Paris. It's in France.
Yes.
And I would say that would be one of the most intense, life-changing experiences I had. So it was 4 months, and then you lived alone. Well, I lived with some Filipinos, some of my batchmates. We were 4 in one flat.
One flat, yes.
Yeah, but then everything, I learned how to cook because of that, thanks to YouTube. I had to wash my own clothes.
Yeah.
I'd like to say iron my own clothes, but I didn't really
so
iron.
So you became an Iron Man.
Yeah.
So, di ba? And connected to that, di ba? When you travel, especially with other people, you get to know them more.
Yeah.
Di ba? In fact, you get to know more of yourself. Kasi naiba yung environment mo. So, how am I with this kind of environment, with this unfamiliar environment? And you also get to know your travel companions. There is no better way to know a person than to see him na bagong gising, may muta pa, or paano siya
Yan if you
mainit.
travel.
Diba?
Kasi you're just together and you can, parang you're forced to just be together kasi you don't know anybody else in wherever you are. Yeah. Okay, so what are the other,
So it's
other benefits?
yeah, it's an exercise of being yung patience. Diba? Kasi when you travel, there are a lot of uncertain things that would happen. So now you're able to test yourself in this different situations. Kung minsan, di ba, mga mabagal gumamit ng banyo.
Yeah. And you won't be able to tell if that's the way they really do it kasi in that country, if it's normal. Kasi baka where you came from, it's not really normal. And let me think of an example. Well, it's better. Syempre, the roads are much better when if you're able to go to
first world country.
Other countries, wala masyadong traffic, people follow the rules.
Okay.
Those are some of the benefits. But then, the thing I would say I missed the most talaga when I studied abroad would be the humor of Filipinos. Kasi the slightest, you know how it's an example would be, it's funny if someone makes a play with words na this English word sounds like this other word pala, or something like that. Those type of things na I try to make a hear it na ganun, tas no one's gonna get it.
Of course, because it's a different culture eh.
Yeah.
They don't understand the nuances of your language. So okay, so it para bang it makes you more tolerant, di ba? Kasi may mga kailangan marunong ka mag-plan A, mag-plan B, di ba, no? Pag nagta-travel ka. And I'm sure you experience that when you go out with your friends, di ba? Meron kang kahit na gusto mo siyang friend, tapos nag-travel kayo, teka, ayoko siya kasama. Masyado siya malakas mag-snore. Or medyo gumamit ng banyo.
I'm actually lucky that hindi makagat yung mga kasama ko when I went. Baka ako na nga yung yung pinaka-messy. And I'd like to believe I'm not a messy person, just a messy eater.
Messy eater. Pero were you a good cook? Who was cooking?
I was a cook. Yung cooking ko kasi would be the pinaka-basic chicken, tapos you just bake it in the oven.
Okay. So just throw it in the oven.
Yeah. Whatever simple and efficient. Kung masarap naman, edi
okay na. Sino naghuhugas ng pinggan?
Depende.
You would take turns on that.
Yeah. If I cook, I'm not the one who washes the dishes. I think that's also why I enjoyed cooking. Kasi I didn't have to clean after.
Ako, I notice about myself is I'm more OC about order and cleanliness when we're traveling. If you notice, di ba, you have to put your things here.
Yeah.
Kasi parang ikaw talaga gagawa eh.
Yeah.
Kaya dapat
and speaking of like, you knew something about yourself. One of the
discovery?
Yeah, discovery. And one of the most important things I like to talk about today would be yung knowing yourself. Because when you travel, like, besides looking at the benefits of it, how you can improve as a person, it's really important to know yourself, what you want, and what your values are. Because these are the ones that are going to sort of dictate how you go about with this traveling journey of yours. Whether it's a vacation, whether you travel for work or for any other reason, you need to know
what do you want.
What you want to do, what you value. Kasi going first to vacations, at the topic of vacations, there are family vacations, there are solo vacations, or vacations with friends. You need to know what your values are, what you want to do. Some people their definition of traveling would be going out, seeing the world, going out to the museums, trying out all these different things. There are others, like our family, we like to relax. When we go on a vacation, we want to do one thing in the day and spend the rest of the day.
We don't want full pack day.
Yeah, I don't like getting tired.
We've experienced before, especially when you were younger, nakakapagod eh.
Yeah.
Nakakapagod. Yung alam mo yung Disney namin, natin na, parang at the end of the day,
sobrang bagsak. You need a day
tang na nakalitaw ng ganyan. Tapos, pero some people would still really enjoy that. They're able to cover a lot of places, a lot of things to do. But maybe yung naging naging hilig natin, we also want to relax. So we just have to choose. What do we want to see? So pipiliin mo na. Para at the end of the day, hindi ka masyadong ubos. Kasi pag naubos ka, baka the following day, masayang na yun.
And that goes to that's directly related to the way you spend with it. Your money, the way you deal with money when you travel. Kasi inevitably naman, if you're gonna travel, you're gonna spend. So you have to know what are those that you really value, the things you want to do. So
you
you'll be okay
prioritize.
yes. You have to be on the same page. That's why, example, like our family, we would want to spend on, example, like good accommodation. Kasi,
Because of me.
yeah, mostly because of mama. Because that's where we stay most of the time. Some
And there
people,
are times kasi, di ba, especially if you have mga activities na medyo too much na for me, I would sometimes opt
A lot of
to
times.
stay.
actually,
As
I think
get
it became
older.
normal nga. Example, if we went hiking in
The
a
skiing, di ba?
hiking, mama stayed in a room or
Oh, so
cafe.
that maganda yung room.
Yeah,
Yung
so
room.
or when we tried snowboarding, mama had to stay in the room. Parang ganun na. You have to know.
No, the first day I went with you, the skiing, di ba? Just
Okay.
to have a feel.
But hindi ko nga I went again eh.
Yeah, you went again.
Yun,
I didn't
stay in
join.
the room na. Yeah.
Ang ganda-ganda na ng
So,
view
mga
ko
ganun.
doon.
Even with, when it comes to, like, my experience of traveling with friends, you have to all be on the same page.
Mhm.
Kasi, me, right now, actually, I really enjoy going to the beach. Na, I would calendar my months with, syempre, there's work in the week, you go out sometimes on weekends, and then when's the next beach trip? Kasi like you wanna, really just enjoy it. The sand, the sun. Me, what I value is being able to spend time on the beach. Not
even just doing nothing. No?
even just doing nothing would be fine.
Chill,
Like if I go to I enjoy surfing, but then the most important thing, surfing kasi then can also cost a lot eh. Now some people would prefer to just spend it on lots of food or something. You have to know what you want to do and not be forced to spend on things you want to do. If you don't like surfing naman, then you don't need to spend the money you don't want to spend if you don't want to do it, if you don't value it.
Tayo rin, hindi rin tayo super mahilig sa shopping.
Yeah.
Pero-
As much as
Pero pag may outlet, titira tayo.
yeah. I'd like to say naman na we would shop the the right amount kasi I don't know anyone that doesn't want to buy stuff. Like it's such a
Si Enrique.
oh yeah,
Tamad.
and yeah, he doesn't like buying stuff.
He's not into
Yeah,
shopping.
there are some that they would really travel and plan
And
their
that's
day.
they will scrimp on their accommodation,
Yeah.
on their fare, so that they will have shopping
money, and that's their thing.
That's their thing. Kasi, alam mo, for a lot of people, that's the case. Kasi it's more tangible eh. So,
Yeah.
when they come home, they can really see and feel and even use the things that they spent their
Yes.
money on. So, parang ganun yung trip nila. Ako naman, parang mas gusto ko service.
Yeah.
As I got older, na nasisiyahan na ako sa mga magagandang service, I would really enjoy
That's what
service.
you value.
Yeah. So, if, for example, when I last went to Thailand, I think I spent more on massage rather than shopping. Kasi shopping in Thailand is also
It's also big,
fun
but
kasi ang dami
Thailand's also
mura.
known for are they known? They're known for their
They're
massages.
no-
Right? I'm not such
That's
a
why
massage
they're
guru.
super known for
They
very
are,
good
okay.
massages.
So you
doon
you spend on it.
Oo. So hindi na ako bumili ng mga maraming mga damit at kung ano. Doon kaya nagagaling yung maraming items from Green Hills. So mas mura pa siya doon.
Yeah.
Sa Thailand. So ganun. You have to know so that when you allocate your money, your resources, no, doon mo siya gagamitin. Not just money, even time.
Yeah.
So when you allocate your resources, you're able to prioritize the things that you really value when you travel. So ngayon, sa mga FQ report tips sa traveling, it's good that you always take a look at yung mga good deals sa airfare. Kasi yan naman yung malaking gastos eh.
That would be the biggest tawag doon, and most obvious expense na
it will be a significant percent.
Sa kaya okay yung mga seat sale.
Oo,
yung
seat sale. Tapos kuminsan nagkakaroon ng mga, anong tawag mo doon? Yung travel fair.
Yeah.
I think that's where you bought the tickets
Yeah.
for this upcoming travel that we're having, di ba? So, pero dapat mag-prepare ka din doon. Alam mo na talaga kung anong gusto mong mangyari. So, when you're there, di ba, nakadesisyon ka na rin dapat because I think you have to transact there in order to get the discounts eh.
Obvious tip for your trip na you have to plan early kasi I remember start of this year pa lang eh. I'm having like a beach phase and I really enjoy going to the beach. Syempre, iba naman if you go to the beach with your friends with your own money.
Sige, differentiate it.
Yeah, okay. So the big difference would be yun. Kasi I can't deny the fact na enjoy ko rin yung mga in-enjoy ni mama na mga good service na oo, yung magandang hotel or yung service talaga, customer service. But then when I travel, I want to go to the beach because I want to go to the beach and then just find the cheapest way, the most affordable way to go there. And
Spartan
obviously,
accommodation.
yan, tawag dun Spartan accommodation. So yun yung pinupuntahan ko. But then, with this one, it's different kasi
Hindi ka gagastos.
yeah, mga 50-year-olds na yung kasama ko. So, syempre, dapat maganda yung mga kama. Anyway, although it's gonna be a different experience, I believe the same rules still apply. You need to first know what do you value, what you want to do. And since it's our year-ending vacation, traveling, we want to go to a nice place where we can relax and have our yearly meeting. Have a good place to have our yearly goal setting meeting. Yeah, you have
Another
to have those
accurate
rules.
tip pala that I remember. Kasi di ba sometimes, pero sa atin kasi madali lang gawin kasi hindi talaga tayo soda drinker, di ba? You can really save a lot of money then on that. I remember the first time we went to Disney, I read up on it, para bang saving, para the cost efficient way of going to Disney. Nakalagay, there's a study na ang laki-laking amount goes to the purchase of Coca-Cola.
Oh, really?
Pero because the Coke there is more expensive than when you buy it in a convenience store. But did you really go all the way to Disney to drink Coke, di ba? So if you can save up on that,
it's those little things.
Ng tubig, di ba?
It's those little things.
And
that would be my connected to that would be my water jug practice. Not just for that, it's also for mostly on movies. Health. But then I usually do it if I want to watch a movie in a cinema. Bring a water jug because it's gonna save you 30 pesos. It's better for the environment.
Correct.
Yeah, and you have water with you all the time.
And then when you're traveling naman, sa mga magagandang parks, they have potable water naman, na malamig.
Yeah, and if they have those naman,
okay
ba't
na.
ka pa bibili, diba?
Oo, so pag nauuhaw-uhaw ka, dun ka na lang, bibili ka na lang, magbanyo ka na, mag-fountain ka na, yun. So, those little things kasi tapos kung minsan, topic of the pasalubong, di ba? Very Pinoy
Uso yun, very Pinoy.
Oo, so pag magta-travel, parang if you're gonna meet relatives abroad, parang kailangan.
It's a requirement.
Oh, by the way, kung nakikipadala kayo, be considerate.
Yeah.
Be considerate naman. Kasi, may hirap especially kung hindi yun yung unang stop na pupuntahan mo.
And if it takes a lot of space. Yeah, because he's gonna be together with them on their whole trip.
Yes, di ba? Tapos kaya, kung minsan may mga ipapadala mga pagkain na alam naman nating bawal. Hindi, tago mo na yan sa luggage mo. Huwag na.
Yeah.
Huwag na.
That's a basic and I have some FQ repo tips when it comes to traveling. If you're in your younger years pa naman, na mas budget conscious. Budget conscious ka pa. Okay, so our first one would be, for the family side pala, it would be nice to try out someplace new. I think that's more of a personal preference na you and Papa like to do, try out someplace new every year.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So for the naman, solo trips.
Sige. Solo trips are also good for you.
Yes, my first tip to be FQ conscious about it is to stick with the local. Kung kaya naman kasi
if you're gonna go on a solo
if you're gonna
trip,
pick solo trip or trip with friends basta yung budget, it'll be good kasi first if it's local, obviously it's cheaper airfare and we know naman alam na natin yung the pricings here in the Philippines of like water, if parang we can tell kung mahal ba yung tubig, mahal ba yung pagkain because we live here and we don't need to exchange the money for something else. And there are more important and bigger than that is that there are so many beautiful places in the Philippines that you can go to that aren't as famous pa. Not everywhere, not every beach is Boracay, although Boracay is still probably the best beach I've been to. There's still so many. There are a lot of good places to go to.
Oh, and by the way, we are also tops when it comes to customer service. So, ang sarap talaga dito. Remember when we were in Hawaii, naloka tayo dun sa...
What's the experience?
Gosh, diba? It was Papa who was asking something.
So
and this is already a hotel personnel.
Our hotel that we were staying in.
Which is a good hotel.
So we went downstairs dun sa where the van was or something. Then Papa just wanted to ask for directions. And he saw someone wearing the same naka-name tag pa yata name tag and then the Hawaiian shirt that the hotel staff was wearing. And then he asked, excuse me, can I ask, like, where's the whatever? And then he just goes, oh, sorry, I don't work here.
Yes, and we were just thinking that baka nag-off na siya.
Pero, yeah, but then, like, why would you be wearing the same uniform and name tag?
Exactly.
And I think probably it was, baka he was still 5. It was like 5:10 p.m.
Yes,
Parang
yes.
ganun
So
lang
lumagpas na siya.
Grabe, intense naman ng
Oh my God.
favor.
And you cannot you'll never experience that kind of treatment from a Filipino.
Yeah, I'd like to believe so. I have never.
Sobrang mabait kaya natin.
Yeah.
Now we go beyond what is expected.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we are very good service providers. Dito po,
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you do everything you can to make that guest comfortable, happy with their experience. And my next tip would be, the more the merrier and cheaper. Kasi, example, kung road trip,
okay.
and then you're more the car, syempre, edi you divide the gas, the toll, if you have to pass through a toll gate, the toll fee is less, and it just makes it easier if you're more people. Like, if you wanna spend on this nice thing, if you're more, edi mas marami to divide. As simple as that. And lastly, with the friends, going back to what I was talking about kanina pa, would be to go with friends who share the same values when it comes to what you are looking for in whatever traveling that you're doing. Kasi you can have it's possible to have a lot of friends, but then iba yung the ones you want to travel with. Syempre, you want to be able to spend on the same thing, sana, to experience the same things, the things that you want to do. Parang ganun.
Sa grupo nyo, who usually takes the lead? Like, is there like a person who would do your itinerary?
Usually it would be me, especially when I go out with my teammates from college.
Okay.
Kasi, especially if we go to any place in the north. So, if we go to Pampanga, visit my friend Lance, or if we go to La Union, a beach that we go to a couple of times, yung bahay natin kasi medyo northbound na.
So doon na kayo
buti na lang. So I don't need to wake up early, I don't need to find a ride, but parang get so it's from.
So it's limiting.
Yeah, and then yun, since I planned it, swerte na yun, I'm the one who plans it, so I kinda have a say in what we are gonna do. Parang ganun.
How do you resolve conflicts when traveling?
Ooh. Baka yun na would be more of like democracy, yung voting na lang.
Voting na lang.
That is such a good thing talaga, eh, na it's not just fun to do talaga. It's very
educational, and it gives you confidence, especially diba, if you have tried to travel alone.
Yeah, you need to talk. As in, there's no one who's gonna do it for you. If you wanna go somewhere, if you need something, you have to be done to look for it. Find a way to look for that thing.
So it boosts your confidence, and it also improves your social and communication skills. Tell us about your communication barriers.
Oh
diba?
my
You've
gosh.
lived in countries that didn't speak
speak English.
It
was a hard time. I can't.
First one is the one in Korea. Was that?
Oh yeah.
And you were
Korea,
very young
and
at
then
the time, and you were
I was
alone.
high school. I was a different person back then, and I can't say na, you know what, I did a great job. It was just hard. Like, the reality of it was mahirap talaga siya na I didn't have an easy time
language
talking.
barrier.
Yeah, I would go to Dunkin' Donuts because it was in
the easiest.
English. Parang gets mo, yung mga ganun na, just have to look for the most relatable, simplest way. And commuting also, like the buses, buti na lang they had numbers, I think. Kasi everything else is Korean characters.
Yeah.
I mean, although I have like código of what Korean character
Did you
the bus
ever
I should
feel
ride.
like you wanted to cry na doon? Hindi yan.
Hindi naman na
Pero
I
you
never
were
really.
very young, no? Parang first year.
Second year going to third year high school.
Second year.
So I was like 15, parang ganun na. I didn't have a breaking down moment, but syempre I got, although it was just 1 month, I was homesick agad na parang, oh my gosh, na wala yung pamilya ko, wala yung friends ko, no one gets the jokes I like, pero buti na lang Korea has a lot of rice, so at least there's something that close to home. Yeah, I love Korea. I love the steamy.
Sarap.
But then of course, you only travel if you have more than enough resources and money to do so. You don't travel, you don't take a loan, you don't borrow money just to be able to check out a new place.
Yeah, don't use your credit card to buy your ticket unless you can easily pay for the entire balance when the statement comes.
Hindi yung parang, since the trip is gonna be 2 months from now, I'll have more money by then. I can use my sweldo from next month.
Wag kasi when you swipe it now and then hindi mo pa babayaran in full, that means you will be charged interest.
Yeah.
Para sa akin, luxury din yan eh.
Mm-hmm.
And luxury can be delayed.
Yes.
So you should always delay your luxury. And of course, really, traveling is real life education.
Yes.
Yun naman yung pinaka-importante doon eh. And alam mo, maiksi nga ang buhay eh. Kaya kung minsan, we're thinking, oh my gosh, where else do you want to go? How many more years?
Can my body take traveling?
Oh my gosh, yung mga Africa dyan.
Yeah.
So there, it's really fun to travel. It's educational and it's great bonding time, no?
Yes.
With the people
with people around you, and I can say that it's great bonding time with yourself. Like it's
also,
since you are alone, you feel more alone, and since you don't know the environment, the people around you, you're forced to be able to be okay with your own company, and that's a life skill I think everybody should have.
Yep, great.
And so, safe travels to everybody who's listening to
Yes.
this. Hopefully, now you guys get to pick up a thing or two from the tips we gave. So you keep traveling safe, keep making the most fun out of it, and we'll catch you guys again next week for another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This has been Rose Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Fossils. Thanks guys, bye! Mom and Son Podcast airs every Tuesday, 7 a.m. or anytime at your convenience and can be streamed on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Just search Mom and Son Podcast for your weekly dose of family, finance, passions, and everything in between. For all your questions and comments, email us at antonfausto@gmail.com.